A shocker hero appears. Nine, 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 nine. What an excellent way to bookend this episode. I really loved episode 7 of Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Just, yes, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I absolutely adore Kenjirou Tsuda. He's an absolutely amazing seiyuu. He's my man crush. And yes, he always just nails the Yakuza mood. He just has that gruffness to him that just totally works. And this episode, getting a rare moment where Kenjirou Tsuda has an emotional role to play. This is a guy that's breaking down after seeing his father after so long. He's realizing the fact that his father kept to his dreams, and it's hitting him. And I think that's what sort of does well with the idea of the shocker hero, is the fact that this guy gave up his dreams of being a hero, and now he's a shocker, and he wants to be a hero. It's so cool. I think this could be a really cool thing going forward if they actually stick to it. Although that makes me very fearful for Nako, because again, as we've seen before, if the monsters see they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, they get rid of them. But that question mark is there, is what the hell are they supposed to be doing? But yes, let's get into the episode proper, opening up the episode with, yes, Nako facing off with the monster, although he's not the monster yet. And this guy is apparently the invincible guy. And then suddenly out of nowhere, a bunch of thugs show up to shoot him up. We find out later that it's a local gang, and they come in there in order to take out the two bosses of this gang. So that's the whole deal there. But I love this because the moment the guys that show up, Nako immediately tackles down his guys. I was like, wait, did he just tackle his guys? What about the boss? The boss gets shot up. No, Nako, he specifically chose to save his boys. These are his men. These are the guys that he's always looking after. These are these guys that later on, like, they want to follow him to the ends of the world. These guys are sold on their boss. But yes, they all get shot up. They take the boss out of there. He goes back after giving them some money, shows up in there, and yes, the guy is transformed into his monster form. At that point, yes, his life flashed before his eyes. And this is very interesting because it goes through this whole sequence of kind of going through the fact that his father was apparently going to open up this taiyaki stand, and this was all in hopes of bringing back his wife. It kind of implies that this guy is a deadbeat, and the wife walked out on them and left him with his son, which at that point, screw that lady. If this lady ditched her husband and her son, let's not worry about her. Find somebody else, dude. Find somebody else. But no. Anyways, the dreams of his father is to open up this stand and I guess get so much money that the wife will come back. But additionally, we also get to see again the fact that Nako, from a childhood, was like pretty much everybody else in the show. He dreamed of becoming a Kamen Rider. He wanted to be this hero of justice that saves people. But unfortunately, after everything that happened with his father and the fact that the stand itself completely fails, he gives up on that dream. His father shows up one day, and yes, he's got this lady with him. And I thought at first that he was just joining a host club, but no, apparently, in order to get rid of his debts, he has chosen to become this lady's dog. And she felt so bad at the idea of him completely ditching his son that she forced him to come there to explain everything to his son, that he's going to become this lady's dog. It's so wrong. Again, this goes to every episode of this series. They have these really heavy moments that are like so heartbreaking, but they're funny at the same time. Because again, even though this guy is legit ditching his son, telling him to go, live with his grandfather, he's becoming some lady's pet in order to pay off his bills. It's so screwed up. But yeah, this is sort of the moment that it kind of implies that Nako has given up on his dreams. The fact that he goes out to where his grandfather's at in this rural area, these kids are playing Kamen Rider Shocker, and he comes up there and says, why do you all want to be Kamen Rider? I think he's really questioning himself. Why did I ever want to become a hero? And he's seeing all these kids going, well, because they're the heroes. They save people. They protect the weak. And he's breaking down. Because he's realizing at that moment the reason why he gave up on being a hero is because his father tried really hard at something, was working really hard to be successful, and he was there at his father's side, and in the end, nobody came to save them. Nobody. His father just went into debt and became nothing and had to discard his son. No heroes showed up. Heroes are fake. So I'll become the shocker. I'll become the shocker. So yes, cutting back to the current time, yes, he's facing off against this monster, realizing that it's a shocker monster, and says, hey, make me a shocker. Gets stabbed, limps over, and yes, wakes up on a bench somewhere. Still alive. Ends up finding his men that are all just consuming over $2,000 worth of meat. Dude's consumed over $2,000 of meat. they, I like the fact that he shows up, he gets the bill, he's like, how'd you guys spend that much money on meat? Well, you said to spend all that money on meat, and we were trying to do it. I give the guys credit for following through with his orders. He literally did give him that and say, go buy you a bunch of meat. So I guess they technically are true there. But yes, that's when we find out that he's able to transform into a shocker. He has actually become a shocker. I love the fact that he keeps transforming and it's shocking everybody around them. And the guys are just, they're happy. Why? Because for once, Nako looks happy. Like, he's so happy that he could turn into a shocker, that he's become one of them, and that he could do it whenever he wants to. And he just got this smile on his face. It was great. But that's when we get into the fact that, indeed, since the boss is dead, they gotta break up. But it kind of goes back to sort of what he's reflected on in seeing his father and his memories and everything. That right here, he's telling these guys, look, become civilians. This is it. You know, everything comes to an end at some point, just like with my father. Everything that we kind of was building towards, it came to an end. These guys have bright futures ahead of them. They should go off and do something else. But no. These guys are sold on Nako. Like, no, boss, we're going to follow you to the end of the world. No, please don't leave us. Here, have this thing. Eat this thing. I love it because, again, at the very beginning of the episode, what happened when people came in to shoot the place up? He didn't go to protect the boss. That was his boss. His role was to protect the boss. But no, he protected his boys. These are the things that were most important to him was his boys. So he protected them. So yeah, I would be just like these guys. Dude, hell no. Boss, where are you going to go next? Boss, what's next? We'll follow you to the end of the world. It was sweet. But yes, they showed the food in his mouth and he immediately recognized the flavor. And looks over to the stand. Okay. I got so emotional watching that part. Yeah, of course, it's his father. His father never gave up on his dream. His father's over there, still got the stand. Some dudes are trying to rough him up. Yeah, that's when we find out that apparently these guys that are roughing up his father are from the local gang that apparently think that Nako and his gang are gone because, sure enough, they were the ones that probably shot the place up. But no, Nako notices that his father's there. His father never gave up on his dream. And again, gets in that whole idea that Nako himself realizing in that split-second moment, I gave up on my dreams, but father never did. It's been decades since last time he's seen his father, and apparently he got out of his debts and went right back to making that stand. Right back to his original dream. He had a dream of making that stand and being successful and, again, bringing back his mother. He never gave up on it. The entire time, never gave up on it. But Nako himself realizing, I never had dreams. But then, yeah, it shows the mask. That was his dream. His dream was to become a hero. Nako always wanted to be a hero. He wanted to be a Kamen Rider. And so right here, that connection happens. And yes, a lot of this scene has to do with the fact that Nako's seeing that somebody is roughing up his father, and he stands up, he takes the baseball bat. Baseball bats are great because whenever cops catch you, you say that you're just going to play a game. Bam! Big guy shows up, tries to hit him. What are you? Ex-wrestler. Man, I'm a fan of wrestlers. Yee! Does the slam. It was great. Just to beat the crap out of them. But again, just getting emotional. Getting all emotional. But becoming the hero. He's becoming the hero right here. And I think that's really going to play into, again, the whole ending sequence where it's like, Shocker hero appears? No, can't be. The assumption is that Shockers can't be heroes. Now, granted, what is Yukarisu doing? Yukarisu's joining the rest of them to become a group with the Kamen Riders. Nako's the same. Nako gave up on his dream of becoming a hero, becoming a Kamen Rider, but now that he has power, he wants to use it for good. I think he's going to become a hero. I think he's literally going to reclaim his dreams and become Kamen Rider, but as a shocker. I think it will be really, really cool. I'm loving this. Keep Nako around. Make him a hero. Saving people. It's going to be super cool. I love it. I'm sure somewhere in the Kamen Rider lore, there's probably some sort of villain shocker that actually does good things. Like they're the one working behind the scenes to help people out. They just have shocker powers. I don't know. But yeah, overall, I think the episode's really interesting because it is sort of giving us what we hinted at with Yukarisu. And the idea that Yukarisu claims that she became a shocker, but she never remembers when it happened. Just that one time she had to go and, start watching after people that, know about the shockers. And so she was doing her role. She doesn't remember exactly when she became a shocker. And that's the same situation with Nako. Nako doesn't even remember what happened. whatever happened with him running into the monster and being stabbed and telling him, please make me a shocker, he doesn't remember any of that. He just became a shocker. He's now a shocker. He thought he died, and then now he's a shocker. So really cool, interesting there. But yeah, in the end, really fantastic episode. This is probably one of my favorites of the episodes. I think episode 1 was definitely peak. Like, it just was absurd, super fun, everything. But this was easily like the most emotional and interesting episode. I just loved it. I love Nako's story. And again, his breakdown. Kenjirou Tsuda just did an incredible job with it. Absolutely nailed the emotion. It was just chef kiss. It was just chef kiss. I loved it. Anyways, that's my thoughts on episode 7 of Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below. If you like this content and want to support y'all more, become a member of the channel. Until next time, y'all take care.